if the exact opposite happened, like instead of them creating Miles, they kill Spider-Man before thinking of Miles, and they thought of Miles and replaced Peter with that, he's still be the same. Doesn't matter. Just because the point of them doing it is something doesn't mean that the outcome was different.
The outcome is my favorite character is dead because you wanted to replace him.
Yeah, but if they didn't want to replace him, he'd still be dead.
No.
They would have written the same, nigga.
He literally killed him because he's like, I wanted a character that my daughter
and then beat up. And then beat up some more.
And exploded.
And then he exploded. He got his first boo-boo, dog.
God, that beat is so strong you die like that.
He really isn't, though. Because his Green Goblin's gay.
What? He's better than the regular Green Goblin.
His Green Goblin's gay, nigga.
He's the Hulk, basically.
Yeah.
It's worse than regular Green Goblin.
Nah, that's better than regular Green Goblin.
What do you mean? Like,
Yeah, Ultimate Green Goblin fought normal Green Goblin. Fucking Ultimate Green Goblin would beat his ass.
That's what I'm saying. So what do you mean he's gay?
He's gay.
Is that a good thing, you? Like in this situation.
You really asked that? If I tell you Hulk fought a Daisy, Hulk being pretty gay. If you told me that's a good thing.
What I'm saying to you is, you just said that Green Goblin in Ultimate Universe is worse, but you said that he was
No, you said he was worse. I said he was gay.
So, you're saying that's a good thing. Okay.
You're assuming that gay equals worse.
Well, because the way you're using it wasn't matching up to...
No, I'm using verbs here.
Yeah, bro. To be honest, no matter which way you use it, you're using it wrong, so shut up. All I'm saying is, the main discussion I was having is,
should I really be charging this phone? I'm talking wrong all day.
all I'm saying is, like, leave Mulan. You probably seen people talking about it.
I didn't, because I avoided it. Because you're going to talk about it Fridays. So why should I hear that more than once?
Anyway, I watched it.
You better smile with your fucking teeth, nigga. You fucking smile so bright it's bruising my eyes, motherfucker.
Bruising?
Swear to God.
Oh, fuck me, get that check, nigga.
Anyway, I saw it. I watched it at work because I downloaded it. I wasn't paying $30 for it, which, by the way, that by itself is already a red flag. So you got to pay $3 on top of the $6 subscription to Disney Plus. But whatever.
Yo, speaking of which, Rondo started watching the Marvel movies, and he's on Disney Plus, and he was like, "Okay, I finished Avengers. What's next? Spider-Man."
No,
cool.
No, it's not. What the frick?
He's finished watching Civil War.
Okay.
And he was like, "Okay, Spider-Man," and then Doctor Strange. He's like, "Where's Spider-Man? I can't find it." I was like, "Yeah, that's Sony property, bitch." He's like, "How do I watch that?" And then he went to Voodoo, and Voodoo, like, you have to charge like, it's like $15 to own and like $6 to rent.
You couldn't just hope about download for it?
And then he was like, "Yo, check out PlayStation Store. I bet you find it." He found it. It's like fucking $4 to rent, and I'm all like, he's like, "I ain't paying money." So I'm like, "Nigga, I'll give you $5." So I forked over $5 and he watched it today.
Well, okay. What was it? I feel when you hold like someone's race or whatever in importance to the character that you're watching, it kind of like what's the word? Lessens like the movie itself.
It shouldn't.
Why shouldn't it?
It doesn't lessen, but it doesn't do anything.
No, so what I'm saying is in the sense of it gives future creators the incentive of people like when I did this, I'm going to have to keep doing this. So they, in their mind, create a checklist of diversities or, virtues that they need to have in their script in order to succeed. And that's essentially the way things are going to be working from now on if we keep going down the same path that we're on now. So you say that, but then Annie was a thing. Like,
You're talking about comic books? Yeah, sure, why not?
well, that's also spilling out into movies. Because it's not
fucking shitty.
It's not even just Marvel movies. It's Mulan being a thing. The main focus in the original was her being true to herself, her basically showing that you can do whatever you want when you put your mind to it. Because, like, she showed
No
her.
belong to trans man. Shang's gay.
Because, she got strong by, working it out. They could, no one climbed saying that she used her brain to climb that. And this new one, it's less of a backstory, it's more of a, you're a girl, you don't get to be strong because you're a girl. Say that. Like, literally, her dad's like, you're too strong for a girl. Stop that. That's not the same
His
story.
dad, her dad was accepting of her.
Like,
And then, like, that one scene happened, and she's like, know your place. And she's like, what happened? We were best friends.
see, that's what I'm saying is the story basically changes from a you can do whatever you put your mind to type story to the world suppressing you. Don't let that happen.
This is bad writing. That's not.
That's
circumstances.
the bad writing is indicative of the way the world is right now. Like their entire reasoning from taking out Shang was they said they don't think it feels like a good move at the time of Me Too. Meaning, you would think she wouldn't have a love interest at all. She has a love interest in the movie, who's not Shang. So what exactly did you accomplish? You literally did the same thing, filled his role with someone who's not him. Done. Another dumb thing in the movie is they literally say if you aren't capable of fighting or you try to leave, you'll be expelled from the army or executed if you try to desert. If they're kicking people out, why would she go? Her guy would show up, weak in the knees, he'd fall down trying to practice, and they'd be like, listen, we ain't having you out here, and they'd send him back. That alone is a plot hole in the story that there's nothing that can really do to fix that. Like, legit, some dude, you know how they had to carry the water up the mountain? Some dude got caught cheating by, spilling off some water, and they're like, out. If it was that easy to get people from the army, why the frick is she even doing that? Dumb.
Honor. That's why.
Right? And see, that's the thing, too. Like, they made that the main focus, but, that wasn't the main focus before. That just so happened to come with it.
Honor was the main focus.
But the main, main focus was keeping her dad alive.
Not
she's
only that, but it was also honor.
Well, the honor would have been her getting, married or whatever. That's what her supposed role was. But essentially, they took that minute part of the original story or the animated version and made that have a higher pretense in the.
Are you sure about that? Because she talked a lot about honor in the animated.
She did, but in the first 20 minutes of the new one, they say, bring honor to us all 5 times. I feel like,
There was also the fact that she didn't really want to, be dressed up very feminine and get married to a man.
they don't really say that in this one. She kind of backs off, but overall she goes through with it. The only reason she doesn't is because she finds out about her dad going to war. But again, I feel like that's the biggest plot hole is they're literally kicking people out of the army. Why are you here? Just get yourself kicked out. Boom. But anyway, I brought up, I like Blade. Blade's a pretty cool movie. I like it because the dude's black. I like it because it was funny. When it was funny, when it was really funny, it was cool.
Oh, fuck, he killed that one vampire and went yes. That's funny.
It was cool. And it's a vampire anti-hero. That's just a cool concept.
Okay, no anti-hero. He's a hero.
In the comics, he's an anti-hero. Well, no,
He killed the shit out of vampires, not people.
it's the third one when he did on that.
Bad people.
He did that. The third one was action because the dude was pretending to be a vampire.
That's what it is.
Huh?
Pretend to be a bad person.
Come on, Blade.
That's not him.
In Blade?
You wanted to act like he was a vampire and he got shot up. That's not
No, he did it for the vampires. Because if Blade got caught killing a person, that brought the police on him. Vampires, when they got killed, there was dust, so there was no evidence of the body. So they tricked him into killing a person so that the cops were like, we have a killer on the loose, and they hunted him down to his lair.
With you around,
Which,
be fine.
I digress. Like my main thing is I like Blade. Blade's pretty cool. Is Blade cool because he's black? Not in my mind. He's just cool because he's cool. People will put the precedence on his race, and then therefore they're like, damn, we need some more black heroes out here. So we make more movies, and that puts the precedent of, oh, if you say this movie is bad because it has black people,
People don't want black heroes just because it makes so much cool. They just want them to be more relatable to them.
Trey, I understand what you're
So
saying.
people can be more relatable personality-wise, yes, but when you see constantly only white heroes on the forefront and you don't really see that many black heroes, people are gonna eventually say something about it. There's so many black people that like Spider-Man, Wolverine, Cyclops, Superman, Batman, and all this other shit, but they don't see a lot of black heroes because they don't look that much into it, or B, they just don't really care about the whole wide variety of heroes that are already of people of color to begin with, and they want something different. Now that's their problem, but still people are gonna want something of the same sense as like of a Superman, a Batman, a Spider-Man, a Wolverine, a Cyclops, any big name superheroes, they're gonna want them out there on the forefront because they're relatable, they're popular, and they wanna see other heroes that are of color that can be popular so that people of color growing up
Please don't do anything you might
seeing
regret.
those heroes will know that there's also heroes of color that are very popular and very relatable to them.
So I would understand that
I
argument
see one of the
if they
lost
haven't been
again.
making black superheroes for the longest time. So, like you said, that falls on the person, wanting that. I'm more concerned about, hey, if people follow in that cycle, they're going to continue to make hero movies like that for the, purpose of filling that role. And regardless of how good or bad it is, it's going to get praised because inclusion. That's bad.
But to be fair, even if there is a good following on the side too, because they're not as popular as the main heroes going on right now, but those heroes and within that wide variety of heroes, even if they were to have a following,
Proceed.
they're not getting as much popularity as the other ones.
That's
So
also,
that's the problem there too.
well, that's not anyone's fault, but they're like, Static Shock.
Yeah,
You know I got canceled, right?
I didn't know about that.
Static Shock got canceled because now the people were buying toys, and then they try to bring it back as a comic, but no one was buying it.
What is our
They've
next
tried multiple
destination?
things with Static Shock, but as much as black people say they want to support it, they don't ever support it. So the people who are spending money to produce this dude, there's like it doesn't look like it's a popular market right now, so you put him aside. That's not their fault. Me, I like Static Shock. If you put out a Static Shock cartoon, I'm gonna watch that. Is it because he's black? No, I just like his stories. Like his stories are relatable in the sense of he's a young dude growing up in this type of neighborhood that may be indicative of his race, but that's not the entire focus of the show. The same thing for Luke Cage. I saw the first season of Luke Cage. I got annoyed because most of his character is the black hero. But then season 2 kicks in and it's like, yo, this guy's actually pretty cool. Like you get backstory of how he was framed, put into jail, and then how he got into fights in jail in order to protect his friends. Like admirable things like a good character would do in that situation. Like the entire focus shifted from being about his race to his actual character, and that's what I appreciate. That's what I want in a movie. Freaking Black Panther, like overall, I don't hate the movie, but it's not my favorite. I do think it was overhyped and overpraised because of what it represents to people. But T'Challa was probably the best part of the movie. In the comics, I don't like him. I think he's a arrogant douche. Like when the whole Civil War thing was happening, Captain America came to him asking for help, and he was like, "Nah, it doesn't have anything to do with us. We're good." And then one of their friends died in a fight, and he's like, "All right, now I'll help you." If you would have helped in the first place, maybe dude would have been fine. Like he was like Ant-Man sized, and he got shot through the heart by a fake Thor. Iron Man had to pay for like 60 grave plots in order to bury him because he's still a giant. T'Challa in the movie, he's better. He's more rounded out. He's like actually considerate. He's like, I don't want to fight. If we can help other people, we should. Like, that's a character I like. That's it. I just think that people hold race, gender, all that stuff to a higher regards than they should, and they focus more about making good stories. People would care less about that stuff, and eventually it'll just be like normal in general. Like, in order for it to be a normal thing, you just have to normalize it. So,
Someone's there.
like, what is it? Did you see Shazam? Yeah, Shazam. Shazam's actually a pretty good decent DC movie, and it has multiple people with superpowers by the end of it. One of them's like a black girl, because essentially Shazam is adopted. He goes to a foster home, he gets powers of Shazam, and he finds out that Shazam has a Shazam family, basically all share power. So like, there's an Asian dude, there's like a whole bunch of different races, and they all share the power. That's whatever. It's cool. It makes sense in the story. They're not like, hey, look, we got an entire black family with black power and blah blah blah, like Black Lightning. I watched the first season of Black Lightning. I didn't really get into season 2 yet, but you know, majority of that show is about being black and black neighborhood, imagining them with superpowers, dealing with drugs and da da da.
Yeah, relatable to black people. And
Drugs.
also other minorities who've been through that situation.
So, yeah, there's plenty of other heroes that have potential of being good without focusing on their race. Psylocke, I think, has a good backstory because isn't she British but inside of a Japanese body?
Yeah.
That's finding out how that happened, giving her backstory. That would have been a cool movie. I don't know why we don't have that. Okay.
I don't even think the whole point. Yes, they're black, but I think the whole thing with the whole dealing with drugs and all the things that are going on in that show is relatable to some people because they probably know people or have gone through that themselves. It's a relatable situation, but it makes it even more relatable that the people just so happen to be black as well.
And that's what I'm saying. That's like that inherent attachment to the race of the character is kind of like, you know, the pro and con of it. Because I'm trying to figure it. Iron Fist. Did you watch Iron Fist? I like Iron Fist. I like the show. Basically, it's just a white dude ends up stranded in this place called Heaven. It's like all Asian people, all martial arts masters, and they're all basically fighting to become the right owner of that Iron Fist. They have to fight a dragon, and they get the fist like that goes up and whatever. Danny is an outsider. He's the foreigner in the situation, and he ends up like he lost his mom and his dad. This is all he knows. So he basically is like, I'm gonna be the best one here because I have nothing else to live for. Because he has no other family. He ends up doing that, and when this show first came out, people hated it because they're like, why is this white dude the master of martial arts or whatever? It's like, that's literally his character. Like, people see him as the outsider for whatever his field is. Like, in fact, the second season, his best friend becomes his enemy because he feels jealous. He's like, he was the son of the master of the entirety of heaven, basically. And he's like, I was the chosen one. I was going to have one with Iron Fist. You came in and took it, and you're not even using it correctly. That type of, like, infighting, it's interesting to me. It would have worked, like, as long as the main character is a different race, it would have worked, but specifically because he's white, I feel like it works better because that's, like, the most, what's the word, obtuse difference. Like, he came from being a rich white kid to some dude in a foreign place with nothing. And he goes back to his old world, and he doesn't know how to deal with that. Like he comes back into money, but he's like he had no need for money before. Literally, he was walking barefoot when he first got back to New York because he didn't care about material things. So it's just like the contrast in his character is actually good. Iron Fist is one of the lowest rated Marvel shows on Netflix because people don't want to see that for some reason. They care more about okay. Jessica Jones, I love the first season. Strong female character. She doesn't care about her being a girl. She'll do whatever she wants. Second season, they take that entire first season and it's kind of like make it focus on her being a strong girl rather than her being a good character. Like season 2 was weak. Season 3, freaking good. Like I think when we focus on those character traits themselves is where it gets more divisive because you're trying to make it relatable, but at the same time you're segregating people who can't relate because that's a race specific or gender specific thing. Rather than when you build a character trait, you can be like, oh, I've met someone like that before, or I act like that sometimes. Which is why Spider-Man is super relatable because he basically acts like a teenager. Everyone's been a teenager, so half the thoughts that he's had before, the way he acts, he's like, I've done that. Part of the reason why it just works. I think there just either needs to be a better precedent for doing things like that, or just focus less on it. Just write your story and then live and let be. Because now you have things like, remember Annie?
Yeah.
How she was redhead and then now she's not. Jim Fox is also one. Like they kind of just have been slowly erasing most redheads with black people in comic movies and stuff like that for some reason. And I'm just like, why though? Because I think Ariel is passing from a black person, meaning most likely King Trident is going to be black, which means all her sisters, and at that point, it's going to be like most of Atlantis. So,
what if she's just black and like the rest of the sisters is like really different races? Just making it like
I feel like that only works.
mermaids are not a specific race.
I feel like that no, but I don't know because I've seen the show before in the movies and all the sisters are like around the same skin tone. I can't quite remember if they all have the same color hair. I think she had a blonde sister, but the mom's
Most of the
dead.
sisters had different hair colors.
The mom's dead, so I don't know what color. I'm assuming she had red hair. Although we also
Ariel had red hair.
I met her mom. I don't know.
I don't know about that.
Because I think the mom passed away, but I also don't know if Trident had multiple wives, so
You could.
they don't ever talk about it.
That could be why the sisters had different hair colors.
Pretty big. I don't know. I think it just all depends on how they do it. Like, I kind of just want, if you're basing it off the movie, you already created, you make it more like the movie you already created based on the science. That's the only reason I'm saying this, but look at the freaking movie that I don't know. It's kind of like the remakes themselves aren't really needed, but they're doing it anyway, so. I didn't watch The Lion King. I've heard it's pretty much the same exact thing, but like they took things out of that. I heard Aladdin wasn't that good. She was trying to convince me to watch Aladdin because apparently Jasmine, you know how she fought like to be able to marry someone out of love or whatever. She also fights because she wants to get sultan too. I was like, I don't know. I feel like before she didn't really care about royalty and all that. She's just like, if I'm gonna live this life, I get to choose who I'm living it with. Oh, I don't know.
You met with very
One of the characters there.
heading there now. There it is. I used to have research gradually. I couldn't now. I'm traveling on my own. Researching. Now.
That's really weird. I died. I can't be drinking. Okay? Shang-Chi's coming out. Oh, that's good. Yeah, it's like a master of martial arts, but he's in China. So basically, Black Panther in China. And I haven't seen anything for that yet, but I can tell you right now, that movie's going to bring a boatload of problems. Because everything that's going on in China right now, I'm assuming they're going to want to film, in country. I think they're trying to aim for like a mostly Asian cast, which by itself isn't a problem, but the whole sentiment of Asian people in this movie, I gotta go see it, support them, and then.
Yo, yeah,
Sticky finger twisting.
Yeah, some strong ass neck muscles, man.
Damn fucking Nick!
What the hell is that?
Car hydraulics?
That's a block of fucking noodles.
That's how it shows.
It's a block of noodles.
Oh!
I think you're right in the mic, right in the mic. Oh.
Fucking apes, bro! Fucking apes!
What is this Code Vein? Episode 10 just
Fucking D-gens, man. All of them.
Reveal. Place. Normal summon. Add this back to my hand.
the title.
Let me see. Let me see.
Oh yeah, so Sonic's gonna message you, right?
No
He
need.
did last week.
No one gives a fuck. Leave him outside.
You're gonna alternate.
No, you see, it's
Leave him outside.
even though we got
Leave him outside like the dog that he is.
You're right, Thomas. I summoned Cookie. Oh. And I also would a side of chocolate.
It's not just a side of that, bro. It's a little bit.
Oh my fucking car!
You'd be out of this.
No, I'm fucking scared, bro.
It's like a
fucking
block.
scared, bro. I don't want. It's like I just imagine, and then maybe not the main deck, but definitely this shit. It's not your fault. I blame gravity.
Eat ass.
Just. Yo, Trey, you sure you
Oh,
don't want to heat up the broth?
It's already hot.
Is it hot enough to like make the?
Make noodle nut.
Is that hot enough to make the noodles go hoop?
Is it hot enough to make the meat cooked?
I mean,
Hot.
I could just put it in the mic.
You said the microwave?
Yeah, in the microwave.
Bro.
Oh, that's what I wanted actually. That movie that we were watching 2 Thursdays ago was the fucking little Black Paul dude. How did that movie end?
Oh, it didn't. What's the last thing you remember?
The last thing I remember was him trying to get away. Actually, no, he got captured and they wanted him to kill his friend.
Yeah, he figured out that his dad was the dog from the flashback.
Oh, that movie!
Yeah.
Motherfuckers.
Oh. Yo,
Finally!
Devon, is that what people really think?
Draw phase. I activate bottom extravagance.
Yo, Thomas ass blossom that shit.
What is this?
I don't have the money for that bitch.
This is Sriracha.
Nah, she probably is expensive now.
It's
Because
just
people are
juice.
fucking D-gens, bro.
It's juice.
Banish face down.
Egos.
Draw 2 cards.
That's corruption.
Green.
That's corruption.
That don't corrupt. That's fucking good.
That's corruption!
Why isn't that type of roll? Should be in a clear wax one.
You're
Yeah,
a clear
it'll be
wax
a clear
one.
Maybe I just out of order.
Is that
Crispy,
egg
crispy egg roll.
It probably is.
It's egg wall.
For
I
the
want
rest-
egg
for
wall.
the rest of the turn, after this resolves, I can't draw.
I want egg wall.
Yeah,
Draw?
Yeah, draw. 2
You want
cards.
one?
I kind of do, but I want to let
So if I had trade in, I can't activate trade in.
No, nigga. That ain't,
I wanna
fucking,
let you
that ain't the cringe I'm looking at here. I'm thinking about, wow, this dude's deck doesn't draw, it just searches? What a fucking cheater, dude.
Whatever,
That's
nigga.
Fuck, shut your bitch ass, that's corruption! Fuck Fuck you.
I'd almost summon Blackstone of Legend.
Nigga's like, that ain't corruption. With his
I
fucking lip
fucking
flaps
attributed
dying.
Special summon a Red Eyes monster from deck. Ow.
Nigga, are you playing me with the flip side? I thought I was going to get two.
No.
Red Eyes
That's a
Toon
Red Eyes.
Dragon.
Hey, look at me. It's bullshit.
No, don't look at it. Don't look at it. I activate ability. Blue Eye! What, lab? What's that? Oh, what's the legal?
No, that so
That would count as the second
so
instance.
that's a summon, right? His
That's one
effect.
section.
That's a summon. It says 2 or more at the same time.
Oh, okay, fine.
Wait.
Yeah.
I gotta make sure.
No. Two more, same
At
time.
the same time. That's some bullshit though, right? Nigga gets to use my card when he uses his card. Fuck, Pettis is a real joker around here.
He's using your cards and my cards. What the fuck is this?
Well,
What the fuck is this?
Pick a card.
that's my card.
Did he fucking use a deformed version of our cards?
Yo, Thomas, I already saw a Dark Magician. There's an L I have to hold. I don't want to hold it
Making
twice.
Dark Magician's in there, Blackwood the Soldier's in there.
You see, the problem is, unfortunately,
Think Blackwood the Soldier's a good card though.
I was gonna say the Blue Eyes one isn't a good card.
Blue Eyes isn't a good card.
Oh, it's pretty trash.
It just has so much fucking support for it.
Yo, what if he uses your support?
Don't fucking count me because it counts as a Blue Eyes card.
It does. But that's why I use Red Eyes support.
It counts as a Blue Eyes card. It counts as a Blue Eyes card.
What's blues?
You technically could though.
You can. You can. You absolutely can.
Activate. Soon go.
Well, Barrel's like, oh,
Activate.
ugh. Whose phone is this? Wait, this is
I have
Dawn's.
Comic Cannon.
That's
To
my
hand.
that's
This Dawn's phone?
Yes.
I should have seen it.
Also, I think you got to snap. Yeah, there it is.
You're getting a slap chat?
From who?
Kingdom.
Eminem.
Ah, yes. Just use
Yo, this.
Haven't talked to her in a while.
No, I'm talking about this.
Oh, dude.
I look at my Type-C charger. It'll eat this.
for breakfast.
I
It's just so
activate Comic
tiny.
Cannon.
You activate what?
These nets.
What'd you take? Oh, you took that. Wait. Thomas, change that shit.
I'm about to change it. It's the fact that I have to change it is what pisses me off. Okay.
Are you getting mad at the match or something at your phone?
No, this nigga. Eat a dick. Fat bastard. Touching my fucking cards. You're already using the form shits over there anyway. What the fuck are you doing?
Ah.
Roberto, you have to kill yourself now.
He does.
Yo, bro, you gotta grab Tom by his neck now. You gotta use that comic hand to grab Thomas now.
I'm actually fucking molded.
This man meant every word he just said to you.
Yeah.
That's
Actually
your
molded.
Blue Eyes King Dragon special summon PLS.
Not the PLS.
And I attack you directly.
BLN.
I'll take that.
And my second.
Look, he's an absolute unit for a tune.
Absolutely is. Be damned.
He ain't no Yakumo though.
Wait, what tune? I'm up for a tune card.
I know, I'm just saying.
If Yakumo was a tune card, then we'd have something to talk
Learn the
about.
continents, discard, draw 2 cards.
What?
I did it to be flashy. The summoning Blue Eyes with Red Eyes.
What's up, bitch?
I could have just summoned BLS.
Yeah, but
Did you feel happy a little bit?
yeah, they ain't call me fat.
Oh, fucking
Yeah, yeah.
finally!
I just found it funny that like you could technically use Blue Eye support.
Yeah.
Feels fucking great, man. Woo! Feels fucking great, man. Oh my god.
Good.
Oh, man.
Now,
He's gonna do the things.
now let's see how I can properly do this to get that card out. Wait, I'm already getting one.
Skate fast, eat ass.
Did you know?
No.
Ferocious Flame Swordsman only needs 2 monsters with different names.
That's hot.
Did you know that
No.
activate Toon Kingdom?
Yeah,
Like banish Toon Kingdom?
That's wild.
Foolish burial.
What sense does that make?
That's lit.
Oh, so when you activate Toon Kingdom, he has to banish 3 cards face down first.
I don't like that word, face down. That,
Well,
that shit hurts me,
well.
Jen.
Because all my fucking cards
Super
look like
Mario
sluts.
64.
Yeah, she got the game too.
Face down, ass up.
Oh shit.
My shit's coming either today or tomorrow. And like, it didn't come today, so it's
It's come tomorrow.
It's coming.
Because she says her game got delayed. Whatever.
I'm assuming because the vast amount of people buying it.
Yeah, they're scalpers. Because Nintendo decided to be like, oh yeah, it's going to be released for this time, but after this time, it's not going to be released anymore. And it's going to get deleted off the eShop as well.
Yeah.
Whoa, that's a force.
Yeah.
That's
Wait,
a force.
what?
That's a force.
This is just a one-time release?
I guess so.
For a certain amount of time.
That's a
So
force.
it's like a
That's why
limited time
scalpers
game.
have been sucking it up.
Hey, listen, the only game I wanted would be fucking Mario Galaxy.
I think they're all good.
Well, I mean,
That's still fucked up.
I mean, me personally, I haven't
I can
played,
emulate 2 of them.
any Mario game for a
Right.
while. But
If you,
Mario
could,
Galaxy
if you could
one.
emulate Sunshine, you emulate fucking Galaxy.
Galaxy's
They
a
run
little
off
bit
Dolphin.
That's
They both run off Dolphin.
Yeah, but Galaxy, like,
White Stone of
how
Legends.
do you play that on the computer?
The Dolphin emulator?
Yeah.
I know stuff.
How do you play that on the computer, though? Like, how do you do that? So you can go,
You get set up for that.
yeah, it's like, that's more work
Blue eyes to
than
my hand.
me just using your Wii.
Oh, this is this is where it begins.
The only
Feel
Mario game. Well, I played a lot of times.
Wasn't
When
gonna
I was
say
in college, we played
amazing.
the new
Secondly,
Super Mario
Also,
Brothers on Wii
Wii
U.
is like the easiest thing.
So, you know,
in the
someone
world
has
to
a tablet and they can either help you or be a
Yeah, it's
dick.
like,
We finished that one because it was, you
You're
know,
using
when
the
you're
Wii
bored
anyway.
as fucking college.
Might as well not only
game
end all, right?
Chaos one.
right?
I mean, the
I
only thing
negate
I
chaos.
remember playing at college with you guys was fucking
I really
was Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. Because I know Dan bought that game.
really despise. Really despise.
Ooh, talk to him, Trey.
End turn. At the end of this phase, I got a Blue Eyes card.
Oh, that doesn't matter. That's
He's
that's
all.
your life points.
Oh, oh.
Bro, he needs MST.
Truly do. It's actually. Can they attack directly without 2 more on the field?
No,
Yes.
No, they need to.
Bet.
And, you know what's cool? Yeah, hey, yo, this knowledge. He needs 2 more to activate that,
Everything.
Which is why I asked that question.
That sounds
Because,
like that sucks.
Yeah.
Sounds like
Yeah,
a
that's
bad
what-
time and a half.
I'll sweat.
You are not about to kill me in the last bit of this fight. Eat my ass.
Blue Eyes. It's counted as a Blue Eyes.
You're counted as a blue eyes.
So do you want to suck my dick from the front or the back?
Oh, we'll figure out.
Sideways, nigga. Always an option C.
Sounds
Ugh.
sounds pretty hot.
Trey confirmed. Trey's bunny ears perk up. Oh.
Trey's like, what?
Yes.
Draw, please. Toon table of context, Toon Kingdom, attack directly, I win.
This thing just happens to pull that card.
Well, to be fair, right? He has 3 of these. These all search Toon Kingdom. He has 3
So
of
you're gonna
these.
suck my dick from the back, right?
These can search Toon Kingdom. And he has
Because he was mad.
He has
He was
3
mad
Toon
over the
Kingdom.
fact that
I'm just saying.
I'm like, yeah, they're gonna pop that card. How? Because I
69
did this
is never
thing.
If there's any card I hated Hisani for, it's that one.
Spirit?
It's just Spirit. That nigga does not need that fucking be special summonable.
Okay, boss.
Yo, Chris, I hate Twin Burst. That nigga does not need polymerization. I'm not mad at that.
That nigga needs
I'm
pop
barely mad at that.
I fuck it. Because that card existing, that's why he never ran at MST. That's why he ran stupid shit like fucking Soul Exchange. To summon that card.
He ran Soul Exchange and cost down. And I watched him do that and I was like, but I'm still gonna win?
Wait, is that the...
Yeah.
Well,
The moment I see that piece of paper,
where's the mail?
From long ago.
Yeah. I told you I'm a fucking keep it, nigga.
Where are you?
I don't like that he can not use polymerization just because
I'm mad at this
Just
game.
because.
I
shit.
have to run polymerization.
I'm really mad
He
at
ate
this
it.
paper.
He really ate it.
He ate the fucking paper.
Well, you won't reciprocate head, right?
Wait. What?
He ate the paper without sauce, but he won't eat watermelon?
I made a joke a while ago that Sonny doesn't reciprocate head. And, yeah.
Well, we'll
He'll put
never.
everything else in his
We'll
mouth.
never know if he does or doesn't because he'll never
He
do
put
it.
filthy fucking bubble in his fucking mouth and body, but he won't fucking
Mouth and
reciprocate
body.
head.